Hello, guys. We are back with another Boss Up Visual podcast show. It is your favorite host and CEO, Shiketa Days. I'm known as the business technician simply because we help you fix your business. So I wanted to get back into part 2 of coping with RA upon the request of our fans by popular demand. Just to get into some more tips and things that you can do to cope with your RA. And just to give you a little visual insight on how RA affects the body. So today is Sunday, and finally I gave in and I took the pain pill. The pain pill being the Advil capsule. Because sometimes you're just in those moments where you're trying to battle not taking these pain pills because you don't want your body to rely on those things. You want your body to rely on being able to heal normal, from your body, not from taking medication or anything. But there's just some days where you just need the medication. There's nothing else working because there's just too much chaos going on in your life, too much noise around you, and you're just too stressed out. And you need to take that pain pill, and that's the only thing that's going to help you. But with doing the right things for your body, if you're eating right, because eating can affect how you're going to feel that day. So sometimes I know that some things I'm eating I should not be eating, but some days I treat myself so that way I don't feel like I'm going insane, that I'm still, able to enjoy my normal life. So basically, eating bad foods, but eating like in moderations. You want to eat small amounts of those foods that you're not supposed to eat. And if you eat those foods, then you want to make sure that you have those things that's going to help you digest those foods or cleanse your body so that your body can feel good after you've intake the food that you've ate. And stress is a big factor for rheumatoid arthritis. You must try to de-stress all the time, but I know it's kind of hard to distress because everyday life makes it impossible. But you got to find ways to cope with all the noise, all the ongoing activity of life. You have to go to work, you have to take care of your kids, you have to go shopping, you have to cook, you got personal things that you're dealing with that may be associated with your pain, and sometimes there's no way around it. You just got to deal with it. But if you're putting the correct things in your body, there's like a whole list of things that you shouldn't be eating with rheumatoid arthritis. And if you do eat them, then it's gonna affect your body. And like I said on part 1, you want to make sure you also keep moving. You got to stay moving. You got to stay active. Also, if you gain weight recently, that could be the reason why you're starting to experience more of the pain. That just happened to me. I had put on a couple of more pounds, so I found that I had to lose that weight because it was putting a strain on my body, on my joints. So recently I just dropped 10 pounds of those pounds that I gained, and now I'm feeling much better. So I'm trying to keep that up where I can drop at least 30 pounds so I can take some of the stress off of my joints and my muscles. So health is a big factor. You want to exercise. You need to be at a certain weight so that your body can deal with the RA. So there's a list of foods that you can eat. You have to eat foods that are gluten-free. You got to stay away from red meat. You got to stay away from sugary, salty foods, fried foods. You got to stay away from dairy foods. There's just a long list of things. You don't want to have sweeteners. You want to stay away from those things. Tomatoes, salami, processed foods, processed meats. Try to stay away from those things because that's going to put a strain on your body, and that's going to make your RA flare up. So when you have rheumatoid arthritis, there's certain limitation to the things that you can do. Sometimes you may not be able to comb your hair a certain way because your hands or your joints are hurting. You may not be able to even put on your shirt a certain way, because some days your shoulders might hurt, your arms might hurt, and you're trying to put on a shirt, or you're trying to get dressed and you feel this pain. So you're being dressed in a way that it's not hurting you. So you're making movements, but you're getting dressed slowly in a way that it does not hurt you. So those are some days that I'm doing that, where my arms may hurt. And when I'm putting on my uniform or my shirt, I might put it on in a certain way that it doesn't hurt my joints. So I'll probably use like one hand. If I'm brushing my hair or combing my hair, I have to wet it, put the products on it that's going to make my hair soft, and then comb it out. Or if you can't do that, then you got to have somebody else do it for you. You can't afford the salon, so you might want to have your daughter or somebody comb it for you. Maybe your husband can comb your hair for you. My husband does that sometimes, but sometimes it's difficult. With rheumatoid arthritis, it's difficult sometimes to get dressed, sometimes to comb your hair, sometimes to even, do your kids' hair, because you're in so much pain. So you just gotta, I know when I'm doing my daughter's hair, sometimes I just can't do it to the manner, because my arms just don't work like that. So I'm doing like quick little styles that's really quick and that's not too much strain on my fingers or my wrist or my joints. So you just got to do what you got to do. So if you can't get to a hairstylist, you just got to do what you got to do. And some people really don't understand people that are living with, and coping with rheumatoid arthritis. They just look at you and they think that you're normal because you're still functioning every day as a normal person. But deep down inside, your joints are hurting, your body's hurting, but you're still dealing with it. But once you start eating right and you start working out, you're going to feel much better. You're going to be able to cope with the little pain. It's going to just feel like a small pain, not a big pain, like if you had worked out or if you walked or something like that. But it's not going to be a major strenuous pain, like you've been feeling before, because now you're working out, you're moving your joints, you're eating right, you're feeding your joints what is needed for them to move, for them to operate. It's just like a car that needs oil to run. It's just like a car that needs gas to run. Your body needs oil, your body needs gas to run. So this is what's happening to your joints, is that your joints are deteriorating. So now you have to feed your body the things that is necessary to keep your joints from deteriorating at a faster rate, and it's building your joints while you're losing the things that you're losing for your joints, because there's no cushion, and there's no oil, and there's no nutrients there that you will normally have, that your joints will be able to function without having that pain. And then what happens when you have rheumatoid arthritis is that your joints start to deform too. So you have to move your arm. So if you're constantly holding your arm a certain way because it hurt, it might get stuck that way. I've experienced that too, where my fingers started to get deformed. My hands started to get deformed because of the way that I was the movements of using my hand and the way that I held my hand, it kept it like that. So you got to want to make sure you're moving your arms and your hands so that you don't get to, if you don't want to be, at a deformity level. I feel that even though my joints, that I have a little deformity in my arms and my hands, that I can reverse that. But I just have to work on it, and I have to exercise, and I have to do therapy to get my hands, my fingers, and my arms moving in a way. But all of this takes consistency. All of this takes commitment, dedication. And I'm not going to say that some days you're not going to have those bad days, or you're not going to have those lazy days where you don't feel like doing anything. It's going to happen. But as long as you stay consistent enough, even if it's once, 2 days, 3 days out of the week, then you're going to get your body back to the motion, and you're going to be able to function. You're going to be able to think. And I know it's hard for my nurses that are out there, my police dispatchers that use their hands daily. And this is something that could be attached to mental illness, because it's like, okay, I feel like my life is over because I can't do these things and I'm experiencing this pain. I can't move my hand. I can't open this like I used to. I'm limited to the things that I can do. So now you're going through this emotional stress. So all these things that I mentioned, eating healthy, staying away from certain foods, making sure you're exercising and you're moving your joints daily, even if it's 3 times a week, 3 to 5 times a week, this is going to help you mentally, emotionally deal with your rheumatoid arthritis. There are going to be some days where you're going to want to eat bad. That's fine. You can treat yourself just like a diet. You can treat yourself just like if you want to have a drink, but you want to limit the amount of alcohol that you drink as well, because that's going to affect your joints as well. So I just wanted to get on, guys, for this part 2, because this is by popular demand that they wanted me to get on and talk about rheumatoid arthritis and some things that can help them and some things that I've been through, how I've been able to cope with rheumatoid arthritis since the age of 23 after losing my son at 10 months old to gun violence. So right now, from 23 to age 40, and I'm still going, I'm still learning, I'm still coping, because there's days where I just want to eat bad. I just want to do what I want to do, but sometimes we can't. But it's okay to splurge. That's what I'm telling you. It's okay to splurge. So thank you guys so much for joining me for part 2 for rheumatoid arthritis, coping with rheumatoid arthritis. And I'll see you guys on the next show. Stay bossed up.